Sir, you are on mute. Nehru sir, you are on mute.
Yeah, ma'am.
Sarika ma'am, can we have a
Yes,
chat?
ma'am.
Yes.
Track details
So I
are
made. So I have started, and Sarika ma'am started. I have made you co-host. Sarika madam, आपको और धीरज सर को co-host बना दिया है. PPT डाउनलोड करके मैंने भी रख ली है. आपके पास है सारिका मैम?
नहीं आ रही है मेरे उस पर डाउनलोड नहीं होती है।
सारिका मैम आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
मेरे उस
वन सेकेंड.
मेरे उस पर नहीं है. नाउ आई एम ऑडिबल.
इको हो रही है आवाज.
अभी आ रही है आवाज?
इको हो रही है.
नहीं सर, आपकी क्लियर. सारिका मैम आपने PPTs डाउनलोड कर लिए?
नहीं मैम, डाउनलोड नहीं हुई है मेरे. मैं ट्राई कर रही हूँ, वही कर.
हाँ, एक बार आप कर लो, क्योंकि आपके एंड पे नहीं हुई तो मेरे एंड पे कर दूंगी. GP साहू सर ऐड कर रही हूँ मैं. सर
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. Yeah, so scheduled time is 12:30. How we are running with the time? Is it on time or some delay?
We have to wait for 5-6 minutes.
Yeah, should be fine. So I was just inquiring that if it is delayed more than that. Yeah, okay, should be fine.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Yeah, Professor Tiwari, hope I'm audible to you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. Are you going to co-chair this session?
Yes, so I'm the moderator, faculty coordinator for this session.
Okay, okay. So that's good. And I hope you have the list of paper to be...
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
I have not received the copy yet. So if you can share me, that will be fine. So how many papers are scheduled today?
It's 13 papers, sir.
And we have around how many hours? We are starting at 12:30, so it will continue.
We have 2 hours for the session, sir.
2 hours, 13 papers. So even less than 10 minutes time to be given
sir.
for each paper. Okay.
We are giving 5 to 8 minutes for each participants.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. There is further, no, I wish to mention that I have to travel. So around 1:30, I'll start traveling. Okay, so I'll be in a car. So, but still, I'll continue to be part of this meeting. So, in between, in case if some glitches due to during my traveling, if I get less connectivity, so please take over the charge of chair as well. Okay, so
no problem, sir.
Yeah, okay. So I have alternate also. In case if you ask me, I can request any of my colleague or my
Yes, sir.
fellow researcher to be to take care of the role of chair. But since you are there, so you are the best person, I believe. So if you ask me, I can arrange it. Yeah. So I'll be starting my travel at around quarter to two. So till that time, I'm good. I'm fully with you. I packed all my luggage and taxi is here. So at around 1:45, I'll start traveling. Okay. So that time onward, please take care. Thank you.
Dheeraj sir,
Yes.
we have Utkarsha with us and Rashmi Prajapati. If you have the track details, we can start with. Thank you.
Neha ma'am,
Yes,
can
sir.
you share the track details to the sir?
Oh, sure, I'll share, sir. Meanwhile, you can ask Utkarsha Soni to share. She can
Hello,
start. She's there.
hello, Utkarsha ma'am. Good afternoon.
Hi, Dheeraj sir. Good afternoon, Dheeraj sir. Good afternoon, Professor.
Good afternoon.
Sahu sir, he's the session chair for today.
I'm not getting audio from Dr. Utkarsha.
Shall we start, sir?
Yes, you may please. If I can get the role is either you do or me, I'm doing, so it's same. Okay, so you may start, ask the candidate. Sequence is also known to you, I believe.
Yes, sir.
And
Sir,
how
I
many?
have, sir, sorry to interrupt you. I have shared you the whole sequence on your WhatsApp, sir.
Okay, should be fine. Thank you very much. So you, Dr. Dheeraj, you may start. Okay, so you
Can
may
we
ask
begin
the
our
candidate
session?
to.
Okay, sir.
You may ask the candidate to present. In the meanwhile, I'll look at the list of candidates.
Okay, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to have you all join us today. Before we proceed, let me introduce myself. I am Dr. Dheeraj Tiwari, Associate Professor in Govindram Saxeria Institute of Management Research. And let me formally introduce our distinguished guest, Dr. G.P. Sahu, sir. Professor G.P. Sahu is a professor and former head School of Management Studies, Motilal Nehru National Institute of Technology, Allahabad. He has more than 26 years of teaching and research experience. He completed his one-year postdoctoral fellowship program from California State University, Monterey Bay, California, US, and PhD in management from Indian Institute of Technology, Delhi. His research interests are in the areas of MIS, e-governance, green information system, digital marketing, etc. Professor Sahu has published around 125 research papers in international journals and conferences. He has coordinated a few international conferences. He has edited 10 books in the area of MIS and e-governance. Professor Sahu has acted as a reviewer for many international journals. He is also the guest editor with International Journal of Electronic Governance. Professor Sahu is chairperson of the Special Interest Group on E-Governance, Computer Society of India. He has been on the jury for the CSI Nihilent E-Governance National Awards, India. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
Before we start, there are some instructions for the participants. Each presentation, including question and answer, will get 5 to 8 minutes for each participants. And participants are requested to share their screen during the presentation. Please be ready when turn to present. If there are any technical difficulties, please reach out to our track convener, Dr. Neha Modi and Sarika Mittal. At the end of the presentation, our session chair will provide valuable suggestion and feedback. And I'll call in sequence. The first presenter is Ms. Utkarsha Soni. Utkarsha, ma'am, please present your paper.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Just a second.
Yes. Your screen is visible.
Okay, that's great. So good afternoon, all the dignitaries. So here I am with Karsha, along with my co-author Satarsi. So basically, the idea behind this paper, I want to tell you, it's the technology which we see is changing entire business environment. It actually got a big drift in entire business model. So how we thought now, like how it is impacting now social entrepreneurship and how it can affect the social good. So that's how we got an idea of studying this paper. So the major area why that's why what we are exploring here is that technology, how it is enhancing the social entrepreneurship, and also we are identifying the key drivers which is actually pushing up for for helping us for developing the conceptual framework. So the result which we study in this paper, including the three important components. The first one is networking, second is technical advancement, and the third is the access to new market. This all are working together for actually creating a competitive edge for in order to make a good social impact. So we have divided this paper into two parts actually. So first part is totally a literature review where we have done the conceptual framework, and the second one we are also in the process to working on a second paper where we have taken the interviews of social entrepreneurs and we have done the Delphi study. So today I'm going to discuss the first one, the first part of the paper. Just a second. So speaking of introduction, as we know, social
Dr.
entrepreneurship.
Utkarsh, can you make it full screen? Your screen is not full yet.
Acha, okay, just a second. Now it's visible, sir? Yeah. Okay.
No, not yet.
Not
Possibly you have not shared your entire screen. So you may go ahead with the way you are going. Okay. So you can make it.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it is
Yeah.
fine. Okay. So it is.
Okay. So basically, more than 622 million people from 190 countries are involved in social entrepreneurship, which we see here. And IT is helping a lot in this. I just give a very small example. The Social Entrepreneurs has created and released a service for a lonely seniors, and they created an application during the COVID-19 where they can easily, purchase the item. It's a very small initiative, and how IT actually helped them a lot in bringing such thing in existence. So the key focus here is to explore how technology fosters the social good. The purpose of the study is to see the impact of the technological advancement. Here we try to study, technical, managerial, social, economical, entire aspect. Then we also try to understand the role of digital transformation. Then how it is evaluating the technological solution in social entrepreneurship. Also, we have identified opportunity for sustainability, and as well as we studied how it is, the role of COVID-19 to accelerate the digital adoption. Because what I feel while studying this, the literature review when we studied, the most papers were written during the COVID-19, how it is created, the digital impact. And the last one is promoting the inclusive and the social sustainable development. So majorly the two objectives through which we have started the study, the one is the key drivers of social entrepreneurship, and second is designing the conceptual framework to understand these drivers. So the methodology here, which we included is a systematic review and analyzing the key factors, as well as developing the theoretical model, which is emphasizing the dynamic interaction. Here is a literature review which we have studied, and this particular diagram we created through LitMap, and I just give a very short, the short summary of the literature which we studied here. Major studies which we have studied is highlighting how digitalization reshaping the entrepreneurship uncertainty, the innovation process, and the agency. There are some scholars like Zahra and Austin. They have given the stresses on social value of entrepreneurship, whereas there are some of the researchers like Gupta, Chow, they have discussed how emerging technologies and the social mediating tools supporting the social venture. Whereas there are certain studies by Banji and the Shukla who examine the digital entrepreneurial ecosystem, and the technological role in enhancing the public awareness. So the short view here I try to give. Now here is the model which we created through the systematic theoretical study. So the three important components here we can see, which is together resulting in creating impact, the positive social impact. So the first one is technological advancement. Here we see the digital tools and platforms. So basically, digital tools and platform is helping for effective communication, also helping to bring the social issue, addressing the social issue more effectively, and awareness mostly. Second, here we see the consumer expectation, where we are talking about today's consumer increasingly demand the socially responsible networking. So they expect the brand and the entrepreneur should engage ethically and support social cause. So the consumer expectation is one of the reason we can say why the brand are now exhibiting themselves and presenting themselves ethical and presenting themselves that they are giving the society also. Then the last one is the globalization, where we are talking about how it is helping to access to new market. Um, Obviously, with the help of the digital media, with the help of the digital tool and the technological advancement, now it is easy and let's say that quite appropriate to share the knowledge and to present a global best practices and amplify whatever you do and whatever the contribution you're paying, and globally you can present it very easily now with the help of the technological advancement. So this all three is creating the positive social impact. Finding this, as we discussed, the three important findings through the systematic literature review, which we have seen here: the technological advancement, which is acting as a catalyst for the innovation. Second, the digital tool, which is enabling the market access. And the third one is networking and the collaboration through the digital platform, which is playing a very critical role. Apart from this, there are some, as I discussed, the broader market, then the cultural and the consumer change. Now the consumer they have drifted. The community have changed their mindset. Now they are not only focusing on the companies who are actually doing good, financially, but nowadays they also focus. The consumer also try to see how the company is performing culturally, how they are doing good ethically. So this is one of the reasons. This is one of the findings which we studied here. And the last one, the networking, as I see, networking and the collaboration. So social media platform has created a good big network for the social entrepreneurs too. So during our second paper, when we try to have an interview with the social entrepreneurs, the one thing which they have said very clearly, see, we don't know how much profit the social media is going to give to us, but the biggest benefit which we are getting right now. So whatever we do now, we can present it in front of people very easily with the help of a digital media, right? So this is something that the networking and the collaboration, which is a gift from the digital tools, which we can see here. And now this is the conclusion and the future scope of the study. Speaking of the conclusion, so obviously it is not only enhancing the efficiency of social entrepreneurship, but with the integration of a digital tool, the social enterprises are better equipped to address the global change, the global challenges, and also to adopt the changing socio-political landscape and meet the consumer demand for responsible business practices. Here the finding, it highlights the need for a continued investment in the digital infrastructure, entrepreneurial education, and the supportive policy which maximizes the technology in the field of social entrepreneurship. Speaking of a future research, obviously, if we we already have the advanced technology like AI, IoT, blockchain, which is doing wonderful in the agriculture and other.
Yeah, Dr. I think it is okay. So future scope is comparatively less important than what work you have done. Okay. So Dr. Dheeraj, do you want to take up, or I can invite people to ask question if they have any? Okay. Good work you have done, Dr. Utkarsh. So we invite other participant to ask a few questions. Only 2 questions we can permit, considering the time. If no questions, so in between, think about the question. Utkarsh, you have mentioned that conceptually you are going to validate the model that you have proposed, 3 variables, and then one, of course, the variable related to dependent variable was there. So what method? No, I could not find any method that you have applied for validation of this model conceptually. Have you done anything?
See, we are in actually process to do it. As I told you, Delphi method we have adopted, but that we have presented in the second paper actually. So actually, we have divided this paper into two parts. So since there was a time constant, I have not included the second part. We are already in a process of.
Should be fine. I am happy with the literature review that you have done. There also there is a scope that TCCM could, you could have the 3 variables that you have identified for social. What was the objective function? That initially I thought that you'll be saying objective function is social entrepreneurship development, but it was not social entrepreneurship development. Something else you took as a dependent variable. Okay. But it's still fine. But there you could have gone for TCCM approach for identifying the factors influencing the social entrepreneurship. Only three you could bring in. So there can be more, and then more can be further clubbed into, or combined into less number of variables. So that should have been approached.
That can be done.
For me, of course, you also agreed to the point that it is a work in progress, and basically you have conceived an idea that some research to be done in this area. So that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see Professor Sangeeta has also joined. So yeah, thank you very much, Professor Sangeeta, for giving me this opportunity. I'm enjoying it. First paper we are done with. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. So any other question you have, participant, other fellow researchers?
How are you, Sahu sir?
I'm great, madam. Thank you very much. I must congratulate great work you're doing, ma'am. I've gone through, and then few of the researchers also, they have contacted me that their paper is in my track. So that way I'm enjoying it. Thank you very much for this opportunity given.
Yes, sir. Actually, you accepted our invitation. That's a great for us. I know your research background and all.
My pleasure, ma'am. Thank you very much for...
because I connected you after, I think, 18 years back.
Right. So it was a surprise for me as well that people from that batch, I think it was 2007. And few other members also participated in that program. They contacted me during Kumbh Mela also. So, okay, so they requested me that they enjoyed this program, and then they wanted some support here at Prayagraj for Kumbh Mela. Okay. So, Utkarsha, we are done with. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so
next
much.
presenter, Dr. Dheeraj, would you like to?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Utkarsha ma'am. For such a nice presentation. And the next participant is Mr. Poonam Jadhav.
Yeah, so that is list first name in the list. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Mr. Poonam Jadhav and Sweta Pandit, please share your screen, ma'am.
Yeah, by the time Poonam uploads her screen, we can talk, Madam Professor Sangeeta. Yeah.
Yes.
So you must be busy.
Please stop sharing. Utkarsha ma'am, please stop sharing.
Poonam madam has joined. Utkarsha ma'am, you have to stop sharing your screen. Yes. She has left the meeting now, ma'am. You can start. Ma'am, are you able to share?
I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
No, ma'am, it's not visible.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. Just give me a minute. Sir.
Yes. Is there any problem at your end, ma'am? Yes. Is it?
No, no.
Now you can start.
It's visible, ma'am.
Is it visible? Is it visible, sir, now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, now it's visible.
So a very good afternoon to all the esteemed researchers and stalwarts of the fraternity, the GSIMR team. Thank you so much for giving an opportunity to me to present this presentation. Right now, my co-author is not here with me at the moment, but the topic on which I'm presenting is the impact of unhealthy dietary patterns on the growing prevalence of diabetes. So, as we can see in the current scenario, that there is a global rise of diabetes in every other household. We can very well witness 2 to 3 patients of diabetes, especially the type 2 diabetes. And the data is very shocking according to WHO and International Diabetes Federation that the middle-aged people and as well as the adolescents, the kids of the age 15 to 25 are also getting diabetic, even pre-diabetic with the early symptoms of acanthosis nigricans and other insulin resistance symptoms. Now, the main focus of this presentation of this research paper is to find the link between unhealthy diets, lifestyle changes, and metabolic disorders. So, in an era where the e-commerce websites are very well adopted by people due to urbanization, due to commercialization, our life has become very easy. So, it is very difficult to say that is it a boon or a bane? Because in just one click, we can get our food delivered at our doorstep. Every apparels, right from any product you say, we can get our things delivered at our doorstep. So this has become a boon, but it is also a bane in the sense that our lifestyle has changed, our dietary habits have changed, the packaged foods, everything is very unhealthy for us. And it has made us sedentary for long hours. The physical activity has reduced, and it has resulted in certain metabolic disorders, which we are going to see next. And the objective of this paper is to highlight the dietary impacts and the preventive strategies, how we can overcome these metabolic disorders and these lifestyle diseases. Now, how the role of diet has contributed in diabetes. First is the high calorie diets and processed foods. Obviously, the packaged food that we are getting these days, ready to eat meals, I won't mention the brand's name, but the products that are delivered through Swiggy or any other food delivery, e-commerce website are delivering products that are high in salt, in trans fat, low in fibers, very high in refined flour, that is maida. Earlier, we used to have everything made of wheat. So it is always better to have anything that is high in fiber, which is eventually resulting in insulin resistance that is causing diabetes. Then another is excess sugar intake. So everything that we eat these days, a packet of biscuit, chocolate, the cold drinks that we are consuming these days, as summers are here, we'll get cold drinks and any sugary drink at any possible store, our nearby store, and we are very ready to have that thing. Then another is fast food consumption. So there's high trans fat, which is a very bad fat. In fact, anything that is stored in our refrigerator for a long time develops trans fat, and high salt content, which leads to inflammation. Then there is low fiber intake that reduces the blood glucose, that reduces the blood sugar control and worsens the diabetes risk. So this is how the dietary intake these days has contributed to diabetes. Now, modern lifestyle and its impact. So the sedentary behavior. We are working these days for 8, 10, 12 hours. In fact, in every industry, the corporates or any possible offices, the lack of physical activity has led us to different lifestyle diseases, not only diabetes, but high blood pressure, the cardiac disorders that we are witnessing in the news these days, that people at the age of 20, 30, 40 are getting cardiac arrest because without any underlying reason. And why is it happening? It is due to sedentary behavior, because it leads to deposition of fat in their bodies. This lack of physical activity, the deadly combination of diabetes and high blood pressure is resulting into these diseases. Now, the urbanization and food marketing, this limits access to healthy food because everything is available in just click of a button. Why would anyone take pain of making anything at home? Then there's economic growth and convenience eating. It's a shift towards unhealthy eating patterns. Even the students, the kids, whenever they feel hungry, they binge watch and they just grab a packet of wafers or grab a packet of anything, kurkure or anything, and they just consume it in a blink of an eye. So the shift towards unhealthy eating patterns is leading to all of these things. Now, the health consequences of poor diet as a result of this sedentary behavior and the unhealthy eating pattern, then there are multiple disorders that are happening these days. This comes under the non-communicable diseases. Earlier, during early years, people used to fall sick and die due to communicable diseases or infectious diseases like cholera or other like COVID. Other, infectious diseases used to make people sick. But nowadays, the non-communicable diseases, which majorly includes obesity, which leads to other metabolic syndromes. And in metabolic syndromes, the first one that comes is pre-diabetes, then diabetes, then heart diseases, hypertension, other digestive issues. And because of weak immune system, there are opportunistic infections that comes into play. Then there is high risk of developing type 2 diabetes even at an early age and even in pregnant ladies. So these are all a result of poor diet these days in current scenario. Now the research paper is majorly focused, was derived from the secondary data, the data from WHO, CDC, International Diabetes Federations, and other peer-reviewed journals and other surveys. So there was no direct patient interaction. Obviously, in other research papers and in my PhD thesis, we are going to conduct a survey. We are going to float a questionnaire, and after that, we are going to get the first-hand information, the primary data. And in future papers, we are going to talk about the patient experiences. And the purpose of this paper was to understand how modern diets contribute to diabetes and support policy development. Now coming to the preventive measures, a balanced diet that we used to have earlier, a platter full of veggies, chapati, dal, rice, there was a purpose behind that. The balanced diet is a combination of all the essential nutrients that are needed for a person. So this is one aspect.
Yeah, Dr. Poonam, we need to expedite.
Yes.
Okay, so please.
So this is the last part.
So preventive measures. Go ahead, and then
Yes,
we'll
sir,
have
yes.
few questions.
Yes, sir. So another aspect is the physical activity. So we any person, according to American Heart Association, at least 1 hour of activity 5 days a week is essential for any person to be healthy. Then there are public health initiatives and policy interventions that has to be changed at public level. So the conclusion is the diet, the lifestyle changes, need for awareness and call for action so that the number of patients which are increasing at a very high pace these days can be reduced in future. So that's all from my side. I would like to invite questions now, if at all.
Thank you very much, Dr. Poonam. So if anyone has a few questions to ask, 2 questions can be permitted. Yeah. Is there anyone who would like to ask question? Of course, the subject is related to some, healthcare, medical, dietary, or food technology, etc. But still, no. Dr. Poonam, are you from management or health science?
Sir, I am from management, HR, but I am myself is a person with type 1 diabetes for last 32 years. So that is the reason I'm also a certified diabetes educator. So this is my area of interest only because of this reason.
Yeah, so you need to check the management aspect or the domain that you have chosen. So the presentation that you have made, it appears to be food technology or dietitian. Most of the things talked about dietitian or medical related things.
It is one of the, yes, sir. Sorry to interrupt you, sir. It is one of the variable in my research. Another variable, how it is impacting the personal effectiveness. Just because the companies, the offices these
But
days
that
are
you have not
going.
presented. Let us not talk about something that you have not
Yes.
presented. Personal effectiveness you have not talked about. It was not your objective. Okay, so objective was to talk about some food and
Yes.
prevention of diabetes, etc. So this appears to be purely medical or food technology or dietitian. I'm not expert into that area. So since it is a management area, so here we can talk about methodology part. Appears to be little weak. Literature review that you have conducted, or many of the strong statement that you have made. Okay, so people taking food or junk food or Swiggy, etc. You talked about. So backgrounds are not shown here. Okay, so WHO is not talking about any Swiggy or what kind of food Indians are taking. Okay, but
Okay,
of course, junk food they have talked about. So that reference citation is important. That's a suggestion. Okay? So you may
Right.
think of it, and then the subject chosen or the objective taken for this research article. To me, other may disagree to it, or you may also disagree to it. It is not appearing to be a management subject or HR even. Okay, so if you talk about your second objective, it is good enough. That efficiency, effectiveness to be increased. Okay, performance, no improvement has to be there on all HR aspects. Any other quick question can be? I invite other participant to share your question if you have
No,
any.
no, sir. Dr. Poonam, thank you very much. Definitely,
so
your
much.
research is
Thank you.
very valuable. Like me, like myself, I'm a diabetic person. So, definitely, this is your research. Definitely will benefit to a person like me. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. If it
Thank you, Dr.
benefits to any one person. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The next presentation by Preeti Tripathi and Dr. Prashant. Preeti ma'am, please share your screen.
Sir, I'm sharing.
Okay, ma'am. This is
Sir, I hope it's visible to you.
Yes, it is. Go ahead quickly. You need to present. You have 6 minutes time to present.
Very good afternoon to all the dignitaries. I'm Professor Preeti Tripathi, and my topic of presentation is optimizing performance and productivity in hybrid environment, mixed method study of effective strategies. As we know that after COVID-19, our working pattern has changed. Like we have shifted to hybrid work mode, and it is affecting our employees and the organization in various ways. The main objective behind this study is to find out the factors that affect the productivity and the performance of the performance in the work environment, and to explore the strategies for optimizing performance and the productivity in the hybrid work environment, and to examine the impact of different management practices and the technologies on performance and productivity in the hybrid environment. As we all know that hybrid work environment is a combination of traditional office setting and with remote work arrangement. It offers various benefits like increased flexibility, improved work-life balance, and enhanced productivity. This shift after COVID-19, we have shifted to hybrid work environment, which has a range of factors like advances in technology and changes in the workforce demographics and the need for greater flexible and work-life balance. As it was not possible to include more literature review, but I have included some hybrid work environment. It can be defined as the work arrangement, which is a combination of traditional with remote work, which has various benefits like increasing flexibility, improved work-life balance, and the productivity. Here are the strategies for optimizing performance and the productivity, like regular communication and the feedback. Collaboration tools means the technologies we are using today for the hybrid environment. Flexibility on autonomy means there is a fixed pattern of when we have to go to the office and when we have to work from the home. And training and development varies as the technology changes. We need to give training and the trainings to our employees and to take maximum benefit from them. Here are the research gaps which I have found in the literature. Is the limited understanding of the impact of hybrid work environment on employee well-being, limited understanding of the role of technology in a hybrid work environment, and the limited understanding of the strategies for optimizing performance and productivity in hybrid work environment. And as we talk about the rationale, rationale, it includes the range of factors like advances in the technology, changes in the workforce demographics, and the need for more flexible and the work-life balance. Despite the growing trend of hybrid environment, there is a lack of effective strategies for optimizing performance and the productivity in the hybrid environment. So we have tried to find out those strategies. We have tried to find out the strategies and the factors that are affecting the affecting the performance in the hybrid mode. Here are some of the research questions which this paper aims, like the key factors that influence the performance and productivity in hybrid work environment, effective strategies for optimizing performance and productivity, and the management practices in the technologies that impact performance and productivity in the hybrid work environment. As I have discussed before also, the objective behind this paper research is to find out the key factors that influence the performance and the productivity in the hybrid work environments, to explore the effective strategies for optimizing performance and the productivity in the hybrid work environment, and to examine the impact of different management practices and the technologies on performance and productivity in hybrid work environments. I have found some significance in the research, like theoretical. If you talk about the theoretical framework, it's a job demand and resource model that the employees' performance and productivities are influenced by the demand and resources available in the work environment. Like this hybrid mode is not possible for all the work types. It is especially used in the IT sectors, and self-determination theory, if we talk about, this suggests that the employee motivation and engagements are influenced by the degree to which they feel autonomous, competent, and related to others in the work environment. And this is the methodology which I have used for the research, like the survey a sample of employees and the managers in the hybrid work environments to gather the data on their experiences and the perceptions. Interviews with the subset of survey respondents to gather more in-depth data on their experiences and the perceptions, and the case studies conducted in several organizations to gather more detailed data on the challenges and the opportunities associated with managing hybrid environments. These are some of the key findings, like improved employee performance, increased work engagement, and the better work-life balance. Here are some effective strategies which can be used to increase the performance, like flexible work arrangement, autonomy, and support. The employee should be given flexible autonomy in the support. They are, as usual, they are getting that they can work according to their fixed timing. Regular feedback and communication should be there. Clear expectations that the organization should have a clear expectation from the hybrid employees, and the technological solution should be available. Here are the outcomes. If you talk about the outcomes, it has enhanced productivity, improved job satisfaction, and the reduced turnover intention. Here are some of the benefits of the hybrid work models, like enhanced productivity, job satisfaction has been improved, reduced turnover intention. Hybrid work models like flexible hybrid work model, that the employees should get the flexibility regarding their time and their work. Fixed hybrid model means they should know when to go to the office and when they have to work from their home. And the first office hybrid model. Here are some of the limitations that first is the limited generalizability. This means
Dr. Preeti, it is not needed, should be fine. Okay, so you have well presented your content. Okay, so thank you very much. I invite participants if you have any quick questions to ask. Okay, at least 2 questions can be asked. Okay, so if no in between, where also you may ask a question if you would like to. Yeah, Dr. Preeti Tripathi and I think Prashant. Okay, so Dr. Prashant, so good work you have done, and I can see some relevant outcome appearing from the emerging from the study. Okay, only one thing is that at the end you have suggested that some improvement. Okay, so outcome of the study that you are presenting is in terms of some improvement is there, definite improvement in terms of efficiency or working environment, etc. But what measures you have taken so that you are claiming that improvement is there? That is one. And then if can be converted into percentage improvement, so efficiency in terms of some scale also, if you can identify. So do you have some data related to that?
Sir, actually, I'm working on that. I don't have sufficient data, that much accurate data I don't have.
Right. But you are claiming that some improvement is there. So there has to be
yes,
some
sir.
basis for that claim. Okay. So that's my concern, that at the end of the second last slide, you mentioned that some improvement, definite improvement in terms of outcome is there. Okay. So basis is not clear to me, but if it is clear to you, please tell me.
Sir, as per the data I have collected, at least 25 to 30% improvement is there in the performance and the productivity with the organizations, because the employees are more satisfied with their jobs and time. They are also saving the time of their traveling and the all that. So they are working on that time also, and that's why the productivity.
Yeah, should be fine. Thank you. Thank you very much, Dr. Preeti. Dr. Dheeraj, do you have any question to ask? If no, then any other person, you are on mute, Dr. Dheeraj. Okay, so thank you very much. You may exit.
Thank you, Preeti ma'am. Please stop sharing your screen.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Next presentation of Mr. Shweta Nagar.
Very good afternoon to everyone.
Good afternoon.
Shweta ma'am, please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, is it visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, a very good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor and a privilege to be here today at this esteemed international conference. So I would like to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude to the organizers for the valuable platform to share and discuss academic work. So my name is Shweta and I'm a research scholar. Today I'll be presenting my research paper on the title, that is Understanding Consumer Perspective on Startups, a Quantitative Analysis. So as we see, in recent years, startups have become a powerful force in driving innovation, job creation, and economic dynamism, particularly in emerging economies like India. So however, while the focus has largely been on entrepreneurial growth, funding mechanism, and policy support, there is one crucial dimension often remains unexplored, that is consumer perspective towards the startup. So this study was driven by the understanding that for startups to truly thrive and sustain It is not just innovation and funding that matters, but also the way the consumer perceives, engage with, and place their trust in their new venture. So my research therefore aims to examine the consumer awareness, perception, trust levels, and willingness to engage with startups using a structured quantitative approach. So here we come with the overview of startups. So as we all know, the startup is a newly established business. That is typically in the early stage of development, aim for the rapid growth, and the focus is on solving a specific problem with a unique solution. If you look around, we are talking about anything we are using electronically, digitally. Like if we are at home, we are going for shopping, we are ordering apparels that through Myntra, Amazon, Flipkart, these all are the startups. Talking about the food delivery apps, these are startups. We are ordering for any kind of food like Swiggy, Zapto, we have Zomato. These all are startups. So anything we are using from small things, that is a startup. Startups are all around us. So that is what the startup means. Startups and their growing importance is startups play a significant role in today's economy by driving innovation, creating employment, and offering new solutions to the market. So startups are basically, if we find any kind of problem in the society, we just see that, we find a unique solution for that, and we come up with a new product or services to solve that unique problem in a society. But that is called startup. And if we talk about startups, so they have transformed into powerful forces of economic dynamism and innovation across the globe. If we talk about today, so India has third largest ecosystem in the world in terms of startups. So the newly formed businesses willing to formulate a new product or services create a growth scale at nominal speed in some competitive market. So startups role of consumers perspective. This is what the research which are under undergoing on. So we actually, if we talk about the startups, the research were about the funding pattern, they were about the challenges and opportunities, they were about the policy formulations, policy supports, but we are here to do the research on consumer perceptions. So need for understanding consumer perspective. Consumer perceptions and trust are critical factors that determine the success or failure of startups. Likewise, if we talk about any startups who just made the product or services in a unique way, use the technology, but the product is not needed by the consumers, then there might not be any sale. So that counts under the fail of the startup. So there are variety of reasons that startup fail in India, and we all know that there are approximate 90% failure in terms of startups. So it might be lack of market need. We just create a product which do not have a need in the market. Might be a poor financial management. There might be a poor leadership, inadequate market research. So these are the few things that leads to the failure of the startups. So let's talk about the importance of understanding consumer perspectives. So understanding consumer need, preferences, and behavior help startups improve their products. Design customer friendly.
Yeah, Dr. Sweta,
Yes,
we are
sir.
running out of time, so you please expedite in
Yes, sir.
1.5 minute
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
You need to close
So
it.
this is my literature review. And next is what the findings from the literature review is that startups have emerged as a crucial driver of innovation, economic growth, and employment. Factors such as consumer awareness, trust, engagement, and perceived innovation plays a vital role in shaping consumer behavior towards startup. Startups are differentiate themselves and through innovative products and services and business model, but their sustainability and growth largely depend on building customer trust and credibility. So these are the findings of my literature review. My research objective is to analyze consumer awareness and perception of startups. A second is to evaluate the factors influencing consumer trust and willingness. Research methodology I have used in this paper is quantitative research design I have used. It is a descriptive statistics. I have used a factor analysis and regression under this, and I've taken 300 respondent, the sample size here, on random sampling. Conclusion of my study came out to be like the study reveals that product quality, customer satisfaction, and transparency and competitive pricing are key dimensions influencing consumer trust and willingness to engage with startups. Factor analysis Through vector analysis, I have identified 5 consumer motivation themes like leadership, collaboration, adaptability, emotional resilience, and service orientation. The demographic analysis shows the diverse respondent, enhancing the generalizability of finding leadership, decision-making, collaboration. Regression analysis indicate that customer satisfaction and product quality significantly impact the consumer trust. The startup can build the trust by maintaining high product standards, transparent practices, and competitive pricing while fostering the emotional resilience and adaptability. If I talk about what have helped this research can give, this research serves as a guide for startups that wants to build customer-centric strategies. They can improve, they can reach in the market, cultivate relationship with the consumers in the long run. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much. Quickly, I invite others if you have any question. Okay, so Sweta, no, it was a good presentation you have made. I'm happy to see the research that you are conducting. Just you may take as a suggestion. Maybe you could not do it because of the time constraints, etc. But literature review, I wanted some more information from the literature review so that you can come to a conclusion that okay, consumer startups, all those points that you have mentioned, they are relevant. One of the point you mentioned that 90% of the startups are failing. Okay, but here I wanted some very strong statement that you are making. So some survey already conducted or secondary source of data. From here you got to know that 90% are failed. Okay, and then that has to be very, very authentic data. Okay, I'm sure you have it. Okay. And then second, of course, the outcome are good. And then regression that you have used, there you must have used some a certain number of factors, variables, objective function, etc. So those I could not see. You could have included at least the model. Okay. So that's a suggestion from my side, but up to you how you're going to incorporate. So any other question you have? No? So over to Dr. Dheeraj, please.
Thank you, Shweta madam.
Thank you, sir.
Some few participants are absent, so we are taking next presenter is Dr. Rashmi and Dr. Pallavi.
Okay. Sir, how many of them are absent, sir, so that we can consider time? Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Dr. Rashmi and Dr. Pallavi Joshi. Rashmi ma'am, please share your screen.
Rashmi ma'am and Pallavi ma'am, I will
Rashmi ma'am.
Excuse me, sir. Sorry to interrupt, but I am present to present my PPT or my paper, and my name has been skipped, I guess.
What is your name?
I'm Disha Agrawal.
Risha. Okay.
Disha, sir, sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
Disha,
go ahead.
You're from which track? Marketing, finance, HR, IT?
Sorry, ma'am, can you repeat?
Your paper is in which track? Marketing, finance, HR, IT?
It's in entrepreneurship. It's in track 3.
Okay. Let Rashmi madam present this paper. You forward your paper to me. I'll just see what can be done. I'm Dr. Neha Modi. You forward it on GSIMR group, international conference. I'll go. Sorry, GP Sahu sir. You can proceed with Rashmi.
Sure, ma'am.
Okay, Rashmi ma'am, please go ahead. Pallavi ma'am.
Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm right here to present this topic on riding the wave, a bibliometric analysis of trends, challenges, and opportunities in the gig economy. I would like to throw some light on why have we chosen this topic and why bibliometric analysis. We were trying to conduct an analysis on gig economy, but somehow we could not get a research gap, and thereby we tried to do a bibliometric analysis. And by doing a bibliometric analysis, we thought of getting some research gap from that analysis and do a separate research on gig economy, and that is how we ended up in this bibliometric analysis. We are doing another analysis on gig economy that that talks about the challenges of gig workers, and that is what have we gained from this bibliometric analysis. We'll just quickly skip on the topic. So we'll start with what exactly is a gig economy. So a gig economy is a labor market characterized by short-term flexible jobs where individuals work as independent contractors or freelancers, often facilitated through digital platforms. And I'm sure every one of us these days have gone through some of the gig economy workers. And some of the examples of gig economy would be riding the hailing services, drivers working with platforms like Uber or Ola, food delivery search apps such as Zomato, Swiggy, Uber Eats, and home services such as Urban Company, and so on and so forth. So I'm sure a lot of us are still and are using the gig workers at home probably for these sites. Let's quickly learn about what is the world doing about gig economy and where we are heading as gig economy. So the market size is the global economy was valued approximately at $556.7 billion in 2024 and is projected to reach by 2.146 trillion by 2033, with an estimated compound annual growth of 16.18% during the forecast period of 25-23. Of course, India is no less than this. So the market, India's gig economy is projected to reach a gross volume of $455 billion by 2024, growing at a CAGR of 17%. And of course, the insight here is the last point that I'm reading. Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities are emerging as significant growth hubs for the gig economy in India, and that is what is the consideration for all of us as researchers. Let's talk about it in detail. So the research objective that we have carried on is to map the evolution of gig economy research from 2000 to 2024, to identify key contributors, the authors, publication in this field, to uncover emerging research themes and intellectual structures, to highlight existing research gaps and potential future. That is what we wanted to do. And finally, to provide insight for scholars and policymakers navigating the digital labor market. So this is how we contributed to the selection process of the articles. We queried gig economy in all these different softwares, Scopus, Web of Science, and Google Scholars. We received 732, 827, and 738 articles simultaneously. And the total number of articles that we retrieved was 2,297. And the filtering criteria, these were the filtering criteria that we used. And finally, the data set that we received for using into the bibliometric analysis were 686 number of publication. That's quite huge. And to look at it, we used Scopus and Web of Science databases. The tools that we used were was Viewer and BiblioShiny in RStudio. And bibliometric analysis, we've done a publication trend, co-citation analysis, and keyword co-occurrences. So let's start with the publication trend. I told you that we had started this maybe 2 years back, and this is what the data is available for 2021, and thereby we stopped and started working on another platform and another research though. So we can see that post 2016 the gig workers publication has given a toll. I mean, right from 5 to 43 in 2017, and specifically after 2019-18, and maybe post-pandemic when we all were at homes and home delivery services were quite on surge, thereby the gig economy spread, and after that the research on gig economy has also surged. Talking about the top contributing journals, the new technology work and employment has been the top contributing journals, with about 20 journals publishing in this particular field. On the second number is work, employment and society, 16 in all, 14, 10, 11, and so on. These are the top contributing journals found from the bibliometric analysis that we had done. These are the top authors they had produced over time. I'm sorry, and please excuse for the bad quality of the picture, but then that is what I could retrieve from our studio. So Graham M has been the major contributor on this field, as we can see. The another author was Lerdo Vitra V. That is what was retrieved from the analysis. Okay, this is what had given us a major topic for further research, and this is the keyword co-occurrence network. Gig economy had been the major keyword that had appeared in number of researchers over time. So gig economy, employment, labor, sharing economy, platform economy, self-employment, economy, gig work, information technology, platforms, digital platforms have been the major keywords that had been highlighted throughout this research work. Trending topics, if we talk about gig economy in the central, if we can see the picture, gig economy had been the trending topic throughout these research areas. Gig workers, again, is a trending topic on the top, and then digital platforms. Then on-demand economy and digital labor, that is what are the trending topics that had emerged from these researches. Further, if we talk about research gaps and opportunities, need for studies on long-term career sustainability and gig work, that is what our next topic, and this is what we have retrieved from this bibliometric analysis, that people have not concentrated on the problems that are faced by the gig workers, and that is limitations, and the gig economy limitations is what we will be researching on. So global comparative policy analysis, the policies that are created for global workers at maybe America and Europe, they are not the same at India level as well. So that is again a research topic that we could suggest. Worker well-being and regulation, that's again a topic for concern for all the researchers, and there the number of research papers were very few. And finally, gig economy research is evolving rapidly. That is what we could conclude. It calls for a deeper, policy-oriented and future-focused scholarship. Potential for influencing labor market reforms and platform governance is what is required from the bibliometric analysis. That is all from my side. Everything is...
Yeah, thank you very much, Dr. Rasmi.
Thank
Quickly, if someone has some question, may ask.
Good afternoon, panel. I'm so sorry. I'm just somewhere outside, a lot of noise. So Rashmi has presented on behalf of both of us. So any questions, we are open for that.
Yeah, thank you, Rashmi and Pallavi. I think nobody has any question related to it. I appreciate the work both of you have done, Rashmi and Pallavi.
Thank you.
This is considered to be very, very emerging area. Only one observation that data presented here, bibliometric analysis that you have done is till 21. Okay, so I could not find the reason why it is so dated. So that's one. And some of the limitation, of course, whenever we do bibliometric analysis, we get certain limitations such as accessibility or availability, especially if you go for Google Scholar, you get access to all, but Web of Science or Science Direct or there are many other Scopus, etc. So there we have limitation in terms of getting access to all the research.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's right.
So those, of course, you could have presented and how you have taken care of it. Maybe another area. Otherwise, I appreciate the work you have done. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Any quick question if you have, other person? If not, then I request.
Thank you, Rashmi ma'am. Thank you, Pallavi ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Pallavi. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashmi. Bye.
Disha ma'am. Disha ma'am. Ji ma'am.
Dheeraj sir, there is a confusion. Disha madam is having two papers. One was with Utkarsha and another was also with Utkarsha. So she is having a different paper to read. So can we allow,
harnessing technology and cooperation to drive sustainable growth for agriculture entrepreneurs?
So she is having a different part. So she's presented. It is with Utkarsha, but one Utkarsha has presented, another she has to present.
Okay.
That is a
Okay.
Okay. So we can take her.
Yes, ma'am, you can present your paper.
Yes, sir, sure.
Rashmi ma'am, stop sharing your screen. Rashmi ma'am, please stop sharing.
Rashmi ma'am, can you hear us? Yes, sir. Disha has started sharing the screen.
Now, yes, ma'am. Okay.
My paper is visible. My paper is visible.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. I'm Disha, and along with my co-authors, Dr. Utkarsha Soni and Dr. Jitendra Verma, sir. So today I'm going to present on the topic that is harnessing technology and cooperation to drive sustainable growth for agriculture entrepreneurs, starting with the introduction quickly. So this is, I have simplified my topic, that is empowering agriculture entrepreneurs by technology-driven solutions and cooperative models. So, as we all know, agriculture has traditionally been the backbone of Indian economy, and according to the survey, it accounts for 26.6% of global workforce and generates 4% of the worldwide GDP. On the other hand, entrepreneurial activities play a crucial role in developing capitalist societies as new business stimulate economic expansion and employment opportunities. When we combine both, we get the agriculture entrepreneurship. This serves as an adaptive strategy to globalization, reflecting farmers' ability to transition from traditional models to new phases of agriculture. These phases are defined by emerging challenges such as free market, sustainability, and integration of digital technology. The solutions we have, that is technology-driven solutions, that is application of IoT in agriculture focuses on equipping farmers with decision-making tools and automation technologies that seamlessly integrate products, knowledge, and services to enhance productivity. On the other hand, we have agriculture cooperatives that have been pivotal to agriculture development and agri-food security, that is playing a key role in reducing poverty, improving food security, and generating employment opportunities. Moving forward onto the objective of the study, that is to analyze the challenges encountered by agribusiness entrepreneurs and to systematically analyze the peer-reviewed literature and explore technology-driven solution to address the changes and challenges. And let me confirm that this is the first part of our paper in which we have done the literature review process, and the working on the model that we have mentioned in this is to be implemented later. So moving forward to the challenges that are faced by the entrepreneurs. So first is impact of weather instability and soil degradation, which includes erratic weather patterns and temperature extreme shift in seasons and water scarcity, increased pressure from pests and diseases, accelerated soil erosion and depletion. Second, we have market price instability and economic vulnerabilities, which constitutes of income volatility and rising cost of inputs, limited access to market information and dependence of middlemen, seasonal price variations, and global market trends. Next, we have labor costs and workforce challenges. So rising minimum wages and increased demand for skilled labor in industries lead to higher costs for hiring seasonal workers. Competition for labor due to workforce shortages are another reason, and informal labor practices and lack of skill development is another layer of expense, especially for small and medium-sized enterprises. So methodology is, we have used method to peer review literature on entrepreneurial struggle in agriculture business. It focused on studies that highlights entrepreneurial success and challenges in solving business inefficiencies and socioeconomic status. So moving forward to the literature review part, I have mentioned some of the parts. So continuing with one of the saying by Graham and Ross in 2020 in his journal, they have mentioned that it is misconception to view farmers as homogeneous groups, as this oversimplification hampers the creation of effective policies tailored to their diverse needs and challenges. The author aligns with the Weaver and Ross perspective also in that is smaller enterprises management tends to be highly personalized process, deeply influenced by biases, attitudes, and individual characteristics of owners and managers. Following by the McKelvey in 2006, mentioned that he mentioned the notion that the expansion or contraction of small farmers is primarily determined by the needs and personality of the owner or manager is more challenging to accept, and especially within the small farm sector. The reality is that factors limiting farmers' ability to think and act strategically are complex and multifaceted. Moving forward to the framework that we have formed. So we have made is as a solution to the challenges and problems, that is technology-driven solutions, addition with the cooperative models leads to empowering agricultural agribusiness entrepreneurship. And within technology-driven solution, it includes farm automation, Internet of Things, artificial intelligence, robotics, precision irrigation system, etc. So rather than explaining this, I would like to move forward. So this is the whole framework we are working on specifically, and we will carry forward this in our next part of this paper. So findings we have done that it indicates that technology aids in agriculture, cooperative models, and immersion of entrepreneurship generating picture perfect balance in transforming conventional agriculture practice into more innovative resilient system. The adoption of latest technologies such as IoT, robotics, AI, and irrigation system offer notable improvement in productivity. And IoT plays a crucial role in enabling real-time monitoring of soil health, crop conditions, and weather patterns, facilitating data-driven decision-making. And research suggests that IoT-based smart farming can enhance yield quality by 15 to 20% while reducing water consumption by 30%. With AI forecasting become easy, AI-based irrigation scheduling has been found to reduce water usage by 20 to 50% compared to conventional irrigation methods. And in similar ways, robotics has also proven a game changer, reducing dependency on labor, jointly helping in minimizing climate risks. So
yeah, I think we need to conclude here. Thank you very much, Disha. Yeah, you want to say something? Conclusion? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So basically, uses of technology and cooperative models is driving sustainable growth for agribusiness. And the study reveals that agriculture entrepreneurs facing array of irrelated challenges, such as like there are various challenges they are facing, and we are trying to helping farmers by harnessing technology and cooperatives. And in our future study recommendation, we would also work on the blockchain for transparent supply chain, which is like more important, and technologies like drones, GPS minimizing waste and emissions. So we are going to work on that. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you very much, Diksha. Quickly, I request the other participants to have few questions if you have any. Okay, so in between, I'll keep interacting with Disha. So Disha, you made a good presentation, and the subject also chosen is very, very important. And precision farming, you have rightly pointed out that we need to go for precision farming. All the suggestions that you have made, that IoT, precision farming, robotics, drone technology, etc., they are all costly affairs. Okay, I believe. Have you gone through any cost benefit analysis, or like 30% yield increase and 30% saving water also need to be hedged with the IoT technology that you are making. Okay, the cost of technology involved into it, and also know-how. We as a literate people, we know that how to make use of IoT devices and how to program them, how to plant them. But what about the people at the rural area? Drone DD you might have heard about. Okay, so have you talked about drone DD project also?
So first of all, I believe that skilled labor is skilled labor, and skilled people are needed in every sector right now. And to incur these,
Go ahead, Disha.
yeah. So get with these technologies, we first of all leave the training sessions and of course the skilled people to maintain this technology. This would be the first step. Like that's how we can harness the technology. And with like recent we have in there the labor we have, people are doing manually. Like there is hard work. Basically, they are doing hard work, not the smart work. So we have to work on that first of all.
Okay, that's great. Over to Dr. Dheeraj, if you have any question.
No, sir. Thank you. Thank you, Desha.
Thank you so much, sir.
The next paper by Mr. Rishabh Jain. Mr. Rishabh, are you available? Mr. Rishabh.
Vinay sir is present. Rishabh sir.
Rishabh sir, please share your screen, sir.
Rishabh sir, please unmute yourself.
Unmute yourself, sir, and share your screen. Good afternoon, sir. Please share your screen, sir. It's visible, sir? No, sir. Now, sir? Now, sir? No, sir. One minute, sir. Now, sir? No, sir. Let me screen. So how? 1 minute, sir. ये हो नहीं रहा है. मैं शेयर स्क्रीन पे क्लिक कर रहा हूँ. Neha ma'am, can we share the screen presentation?
Rishabh sir, I do not have your presentation. You have not shared presentation. If you can share your presentation to me, I'll share.
It's visible, sir?
Yes, now it's visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. My name is Rishabh Jain. Today's my topic: human factors in the new digital world, enhancing lifestyle, the challenges for the spring technology. I am Rishabh Jain, faculty of computer applications with Motilal Institute of Management, and my co-author Vinay Saxena, research scholar, Vikram University, Ujjain.
here is my indexing into we can start begin introduction, literature review, objective of the study, influencing factors, life cycle of human innovations, findings, limitation of the study, conclusion, and then references. Firstly, we that the today's 21st century is the computer and new digital world. Computer technology become a key part of the human life. अगर हम कंप्यूटर की बात करें तो सर कंप्यूटर का इनोवेशन 1800 की में हो चुका था, लेकिन अभी 21st सेंचुरी में आते आते टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ साथ इसके आज हम डिजिटल वर्ल्ड, हमारा पूरा डिजिटल वर्ल्ड बन चुका है. आज टेक्नोलॉजी और ह्यूमन इन दोनों ने मिलकर इन दोनों एक दूसरे के बिना आज के टाइम पर अधूरे हैं. अगर हम बात करें टेक्नोलॉजी तो आज टेक्नोलॉजी और ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स, इन दोनों ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स के बेस पे ही हमारे टेक्नोलॉजी का काम किया जा सकता है. और टेक्नोलॉजी को इस तरह से डिजाइन किया जाए कि टेक्नोलॉजी ह्यूमन फ्रेंडली हो, जिससे सेफ्टी और इफिशिएंसी दोनों इंप्रूव हो सके. in my research paper we can find some literature reviews. First, D. Sapitri and Fitri Senti. इसके अंदर बताया गया कि कम्युनिकेशन टेक्नोलॉजी हर दिन जो इन्वॉल्व हो रही है, इससे इम्पैक्ट ह्यूमन रिलेशनशिप पर क्लियरली दिख रहा है. सेकंड वन इज फाल्डमेयर, कोरोसिगी एंड विंचे. इसके अंदर भी यह बताया गया कि ह्यूमन फैक्टर एंड जिसको इट इज कॉल्ड एर्गोनिज्म, इसके अंदर भी एजुकेशन, मतलब कि जो ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स है वो एजुकेशन और वर्क प्लेस दोनों के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. एंड थर्ड इज डेटा वर्गो. डेटा वर्गो के अंदर इसके अंदर भी जो बताया गया कि जो पेंडेमिक था, पेंडेमिक के दौरान जो टेक्नोलॉजी है उसने हमारी बहुत हेल्प की है. अगर हम बात करें एजुकेशन, अगर हम बात करें वर्किंग प्लेस, अगर हम बात करें हेल्थ, तो सभी जगह टेक्नोलॉजी ने हमारे लिए बहुत काम करने का काम किया है. ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ द स्टडी, सर हमारे इस रिसर्च पेपर का जो मेन ऑब्जेक्टिव थे वो थे टू अंडरस्टैंड रिलेशनशिप बिटवीन ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी. The second one is to understand drive of the technology, and third one is to understand technology environment and its impact on social life in short term and long term. जिसके बेस पर हमने काम किया और रिसर्च पेपर पे काम किया. इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर्स, हमारे इस रिसर्च पेपर में जो मेन इन्फ्लुएंसिंग फैक्टर्स थे सर, पहला था 21st सेंचुरी एंड कंप्यूटर एज. फर्स्ट ग्लोबल कनेक्टिविटी, बिकॉज सर ग्लोबल कनेक्टिविटी क्योंकि आज सारी दुनिया एक ग्लोबली जुड़ी हुई है और आपस में काम कर रही है. सेकंड वन इज डिमांड इफिशिएंसी, बिकॉज आज ह्यूमन की डिमांड के बेस पर और उसकी इफिशिएंसी के बेस पर ही काम किया जा रहा है. एंड थर्ड वन इज टेक्नोलॉजी एडवांसमेंट, एआई, एमएल, आईओटी, इनके बेस पर ही आज काम किया जा रहा है. और आज इसी रोबोटिक्स को अगर हम ले तो इन्हीं के बेस पर इन चीजों पे काम किया जा रहा है. सेकंड वन हमने ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स, इट इज कॉल्ड एर्गोनॉमिक्स. इसके अंदर हमने लिया है अंडरस्टैंडिंग ह्यूमन लिमिटेशंस, बिकॉज अगर हमारी कोई नीड है तो उसके लिए उसी के बेस पे टेक्नोलॉजी को काम करना और टेक्नोलॉजी को बनाना हमारा काम है. सेफ्टी कंसर्न, क्योंकि हम जिस टेक्नोलॉजी को बनाए वो हमारे लिए सेफ हो तो ही ज्यादा सही है. एंड सेकंड थर्ड वन इज यूजर एक्सपीरियंस. यूजर एक्सपीरियंस, बिकॉज जो भी टेक्नोलॉजी है वो ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स के बेस पे काम करे तो उसके लिए यूई का होना जरूरी है. लाइफ साइकिल्स ऑफ ह्यूमन इनोवेशंस, इसके अंदर हमने इसको 5 पॉइंट्स में डिवाइड किया है. फर्स्ट, नीड और डिमांड, ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स एंड इनोवेशन साइकिल. थर्ड, सर्च ऑप्शन, एवोल्यूशन, एंड फिफ्थ वन इज डिजाइन. सबसे पहले अगर सर हमारी कोई नीड है तो उसके बेस पर हम उस नीड और डिमांड के बेस पे इनोवेट करने का काम करेंगे. ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स और इनोवेशन साइकिल के बेस पर हम उसको काम करने का काम करेंगे. सर्च ऑप्शन, हम उसके लिए कुछ फाइंडिंग्स को, कुछ चीजों को खोजेंगे, इसके बाद में उसको एवोल्यूशन करेंगे एंड देन उसको डिजाइन करके उसे मार्केट में लाने पर काम करेंगे. फाइंडिंग्स, इस पेपर में हमने सर कुछ फाइंडिंग्स को निकाला है. फर्स्ट इज टेक्नोलॉजी एडॉप्शन इंक्रीज प्रोडक्टिविटी. क्योंकि सर टेक्नोलॉजी से ही हम नई चीजें, नई रिसर्च कर रहे हैं जो प्रोडक्टिविटी लाने के लिए हमारे लिए काम कर रही है. सेकंड वन इज एम्प्लॉय सेटिस्फेक्शन इज द की. बिकॉज टेक्नोलॉजी के थ्रू ही हम एम्प्लॉय सेटिस्फेक्शन पे काम हो सकता है. टेक्नोलॉजी शुड कंप्लीट द ह्यूमन वर्क टू फोस्टर सेटिस्फेक्शन एंड एंगेजमेंट. एंड थर्ड वन इज क्लाउड ऑफिस. इसके लिए हम सर क्लाउड ऑफिस का एग्जांपल ले सकते हैं, जिसके थ्रू मतलब क्लाउड ऑफिस जो वो है, क्लाउड ऑफिस के थ्रू हम ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स एंड टेक्नोलॉजी के बेस पर हम अच्छे से काम कर सकते हैं और उस टेक्नोलॉजी में हम आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. सर हर रिसर्च के कुछ लिमिटेशंस होते ही, जैसे मेरे इसमें कुछ है. एक पहला कि कुछ नए जो रिसर्च थे उनका थोड़ा सा limitation, and second one is technology limitations, because some technologies are not including, जैसे क्योंकि there are many various technologies in the market and field. Conclusion, अगर conclusion की बात करें सर, तो अगर conclusion में डिजिटल ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन तभी सक्सेसफुल हो सकता है जब ह्यूमन फैक्टर को सेंटर में हम रखें, क्योंकि सर टेक्नोलॉजी इज द टूल. अगर आज ह्यूमन खुश है तो प्रोडक्टिविटी बढ़ेगी, और अगर ह्यूमन खुश नहीं है तो फिर प्रोडक्टिविटी नहीं बढ़ पाएगी. मैंने जैसे सर अभी फाइंडिंग्स में बताया था क्लाउड ऑफिस के एग्जांपल, तो क्लाउड ऑफिस जैसे प्लेटफॉर्म इन्होंने ये प्रूव किया है कि जब हम पीपल, प्रोसेस और टेक्नोलॉजी इन सभी को अगर हम साथ में रखेंगे तभी एक प्रॉपर बैलेंस बन पाएगा और तभी सस्टेनेबिलिटी ग्रोथ हो पाएगी. ये सब कुछ रेफरेंसेस है सर जिसको हमने इसके अंदर लिया है. एंड देन थैंक यू.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Rishabh. Do you have any other person have any question in between of us? So any question, कोई सवाल पूछना चाह रहे हैं आप लोगों में से? Okay, so thank you very much. I think it was Rishabh, is it? Rishabh Jain.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
Okay. So आपने अच्छा काम किया है ऋषभ. And जो टेक्नोलॉजी पहला ऑब्जेक्टिव है that relationship between technology and human. So it is
Yes,
very old established factor that technology of course helps in increasing efficiency and effectiveness. Okay.
yes.
But what new thing you have done, in terms of establishing the relationship between these two? Okay. That in one or two line, if you can tell me that what is the new about it? There are technology adoption model, TAM, UTA, UT, then theory of region action, and it has been in so many years. We are practicing that technology is supportive for increasing efficiency, effectiveness for human being. Okay.
जी सर.
So what additional work
sir,
you have done in this establishing the relationship?
सर इसके अंदर हमने जो ह्यूमन फैक्टर से जो बेसिकली टेक्नोलॉजी के साथ में काम कर रहे हैं और जो हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी को बढ़ा रहे हैं, हमने उस पे रिसर्च करने और उस पे बात करने का काम किया है. इसके लिए जैसे हमने जो लिटरेचर रिव्यू पे भी उस पे फोकस करके हमने पूरा रिसर्च करके सर हमने जो रिसर्च पेपर को बनाने का काम किया है. इसके साथ साथ सर हमने इसमें हमारा जो मेन फैक्टर्स था वो वही था कि सर किस प्रकार से ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स के बेस पर टेक्नोलॉजी और टेक्नोलॉजी के बेस पर ह्यूमन फैक्टर्स का काम किया जा रहा है. और वही सर, दैट्स ऑल.
हाँ, अच्छी बात है ऋषभ, और ज्यादा काम करने की आवश्यकता है. विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट. आप और मेहनत करेंगे तो ये एरिया बहुत अच्छा है, इमर्जिंग एरिया है.
So
you're doing good, Rishabh. I appreciate the work you have done, and then you are enthusiastic about the presentation and then the work that you have done. So thank you very much. Keep it up, and wish you all the best for your future endeavor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Next presenter is Shweta Nagar and Satish Kumar. Shweta ma'am.
Hi, good afternoon, sir. This is my second paper I'm presenting.
Okay, ma'am. Please share your screen, ma'am.
Yeah, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead, ma'am.
Yes, sir. So here, this is my second paper I'm presenting here. The title is Empowering Innovation and Growth, the Rise of Sustainable Startups in India. So if we talk about in today's fast evolving global economy, startups have emerged as a key driver of innovation, employment, and economic growth. However, with the growing urgency of environmental and social challenges, new wave Social challenges, a new wave of entrepreneurship is gaining momentum, one that is not only profit-driven, but also purpose-led. And this research focuses on the sustainable startups in India. Ventures that integrating economic ambition with environmental social responsibility and social impact. Those are sustainable startups. So let me take you to the overview of startups that we have already discussed in one of my papers. The current landscape of startups in India is that India has become the third largest hub of the startup ecosystem and has more than, according to DPIIT, right now we have more than 1,59,000 startups recognized as of 2025. And talking about the unicorns, so as of today, we have 117 recognized unicorns we have, and the number is going to be increased in the upcoming years. So the key strength is booming domestic markets. If we have these sustainable startups, so innovative startups, there is a booming in the domestic market. There is a strong engineering talent. It will increase the investments and government support. Sustainable and innovation in startups. So basically sustainable and innovation are the key to startup success, fostering long-term growth while addressing the global challenges. So sustainable startup contest, it means that building a business that is not only profitable, but also considers its environmental and social impact. That is sustainable startups. So it's about creating value for all stakeholders, stakeholders like investors, employees, customers, the community, and the planet in the long term. Talking about the innovation, it derives the differentiation through new products. We develop through startups, we develop new products, we develop new business models, new services, technologies, and their interaction creates solutions. Like startups, we have clean tech startups that and AI-driven sustainability that shapes the future industries responsibly. The key pillars of sustainable startups. So we have environmental sustainability, for that we have social sustainability, economic sustainability, and governance. Environmental sustainability, it means it minimizes startups' environmental footprints through practices like we used to practice like reducing the waste, conserve the energy and water. So we used to work in the business towards the startups. We used to manufacture or launch a product that practices in the reducing waste, conserving energy and water. Social sustainability is like it focuses on ethical labor practices, fair wages. There should be diversity and inclusion, community engagement, and contributing to social well-being. Talking about economic sustainability, it means it should ensure the long-term financial viability of the business. Governance. In governance, it says that implementing transparent and accountable decision-making process that consider the all interest of stakeholders. This is my literature review. In literature review, we have Takas et al. I have attached 5 studies here, and this is my all review-based paper, where I have read approximate 50 to 60 papers for this research, and 5 I have attached here. Let's talking about the literature review findings. What findings I have done going across is sustainable startups are the key driver of innovation. So here the research highlights that sustainable startups are not just profit driven, but they are also focusing on environmental and social value creation. Then we have government policy have accelerated the startup growth. Yes, government policies, they are also supporting the entrepreneurship through tax incentives, funding schemes, flexible regulations. Talking about the challenges remain despite progress, the studies indicate high capital cost. It indicates the limited access to venture funding, regulatory roadblocks as primary challenges. Opportunities and solutions which are identified in the literature is there should be a stronger public-private partnership. If we collaborate between startups, collaborations, and corporations, government bodies can provide funding, mentorship, and infrastructure. Talking about the policy evolution and investment in R&D, to target policy interventions like subsidies for renewable energy startups and incentives for impact-driven businesses can ease operational burdens. So we should encourage the research collaborations between startups and universities that can fuel the to innovation. Talking about my research objective, so it aims to examine the role of sustainable startups in fostering the innovation and economic development in India, while also exploring the opportunities and challenges within this sector only. So the methodology of my paper is, it employs a descriptive research methodology. It utilizes the secondary data to examine the role of sustainable startup in driving innovation and economic growth in India. So insights were drawn from research papers, the renowned journals like Amber, Elsevier, Taylor, and Francis, selected for their relevance to sustainability, innovation, and economic impact. Additionally, I have gone through the government reports. I've gone through through many websites like Startup India, and it provides a valuable insight into policy support, institutional framework, and ecosystem. Now, the research finding of my research paper is that sustainable startups in India are pioneering innovative solutions to environmental and social challenges across the industry. If we talk about these startups contribute to job creations also, improve the industrial efficiency and the development of green technologies accomplished in this stage of research. The Startup India initiative, which was launched in 2016, along with tax incentives, seed funding, and incubation program, have created an enabling environment for sustainable startups. Organizations like Clean Energy provide the resources, access, and knowledge sharing, helping overcome initial barriers such as capital intensity, high operational cost, and regulatory challenges. Third is, despite their potential, scalability remains a major challenge due to high capital requirements. Regulatory constraint the startup used to face. Startups have the limited venture capital access. Capital is the main concern for the startups every time. Startups like Kheti, the low-cost greenhouse for farmers, and waste segregation technology shows resilience. To ensure long-term growth, stronger public-private partnership policy support, global collaborations, and increased R&D investment are essential. Future directions, research direction can be, we can have the region-specific startup ecosystem studies. As I just these studies of startup, we have very few studies of.
Yeah, Dr. Sweta, I think this is enough. No, you presented well, and the subject also chosen is. Hope I'm audible. Am I?
Yeah, sir.
Okay. Yeah, you presented well. We do not want to spend more time on your future direction for research.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yeah. So in between, no, if anyone would like to ask any question, no, it is open for all the other participants. If not, then I'll Sweta quickly ask you some question. Of course, your findings are no very elaborate findings, or no findings are having a lot of strengths are there. No, you talked about that sustainability. You talked about that lot of investment has to be done by the government. Okay, so what is the genesis of, or the background study that you have conducted? Therefore, you are saying that a lot of investment to be done. And in case if it is coming from your study, so what is the feasibility analysis of the that investment you are recommending? There are two sets of questions. Okay.
So basically for this study, I have reviewed approximately 50 to 60 papers. And from that, I just saw that all the papers which are on startups, they are basically on funding, the challenges and everything. So what I find from them, the people, when they used to start for new product or services, or they are going to start a new startup, they actually face the funding issues. Many times they are not aware about how to go through them. And how to, like government, like we have Startup India initiative.
So primary data you have not collected. However,
no, sir, it's a literature.
Already we know that the government of India is investing a lot of money into it.
Yes.
But only the new dimension that you are bringing is the sustainability. Okay. So if you are talking about sustainability, which sustainability goal you are talking about that will be fulfilled in case if our organizations go into it? So there are 17 SDGs. So have you discussed about that?
No, sir. Okay. Not in depth. Yes, sir.
Okay. So maybe you can refer that document, international, that is a standard, no? SDGs are there. So, no. So those 17 SDGs out of those SDGs, which SDGs getting fulfilled in case our organization or startups going sustainable. Okay. So thank you very
So
much. I appreciate the work you have done, and
Thank you so
maybe
much, sir.
any
you,
other person, if he still have question, may ask. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Shweta ma'am. The next
you,
presenter
sir.
is Ms. Dr. Chama Ganjiwala and Dr. Neha Modi. Chama ma'am,
Yes, sir.
please share your screen.
Yes, sir. Just a second, sir. Sharing the screen.
Yes, ma'am. Sir, this is the last paper.
Sir, dear sir, this is not the last paper. Some participant has joined the wrong track, so we are asking them to come into this track.
Okay. So still we can expect few more. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, should be fine. Should
How
be
many
fine.
left, Neha ma'am? How many left?
Sir, two.
Two papers are remaining. Okay.
One, Lavinya is not well. She's hospitalized. Mradula is not there. Piyush and Vinay may join. Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Your screen is visible. Chama ma'am, please.
Okay,
Go
sir.
ahead.
Good afternoon, all. So my paper topic is, just a second, sir. Good afternoon, all. My paper topic is work value of Generation Z, introducing the generation divided to the next generation, and my authors are Dr. Neha Modi, Dr. Sahu, and myself, Dr. Chama Ganjiwala. So, introduction of the topic is Generation Z is reshaping the workplace dynamics with value focused on the purpose, flexibility, inclusivity, understanding the expectations of the vital to the bridge the intergenerational gaps and foster the organizational success. The workforce comprises of multiple generations, with Generation Z emerging as the key differences in the value can lead to the miscommunication and reduce the productivity. Work values are a personal belief of what is important in a job, including ethics, purpose, motivation. These shapes career decision and satisfaction. Generation categories are baby boomers, that is 1946 to 1964, at the value stability and structure. Generation X is 1965 to 1980, independent and tech adaptability. Then the millennials are 1981 to 1996, purpose driven and collaborative. Generation Z is 1997 and 2012, that is tech native and inclusive value flexibility. 5 core work values are intrinsic, extrinsic, altruistic, then status, and social. The review of literature, that is the Hobby 2014 and the current 2015, argues that the generations are more compared about the job security, whereas the Salvin 2015, who surveyed the 50,000 members, concluded that the generation are more concerned about the finding a job that matches their skills. Strauss 2019 explained that organizations expect their workers to put in much effort to learn more skills and adhere to the corporate and having a opportunity for progress and receiving the feedback in a timely manner and being paid depending on their performance. Sherman and explain the Generation Z is not different from any other individuals in the community in that they come and set a brand new expectations that have an influence on their attitudes, sentiments, and actions. Objective of the research are to describe how various groups, depending on the specialty in general, work values among members of the Generation Z vary by individual, as well as by the kind of connections they value most in workplace, intrinsic, extrinsic, artistic, and status related and social. To determine what sort of job expectation Generation Z has the millennials written. Hypotheses are depending on the specialization of work values level, depending on the gender, preferred by managers. Research methodology used are this research employ a mixed method approach, progressing from exploratory to descriptive phase. Data collection, a structured questionnaire was designed based on the literature study objective. The sampling method is a convenient sample for initial access to student. Sample size of approximately 1,000 instrument use the multiple choice Likert scale. Then it is the demographic questions are not just structured questionnaire and when extent values edge and descriptive statistics are used. The findings are the top work values means for our work-life balance that is 6, co-workers relationship that is 4, career growth opportunities 7.67, helping other is 7.2, personal development is 7.1. Inside that is generation Z, prioritize the balance, purpose and workplace harmony. Material reward is salaries, example salary status and top line. Conclusion is generation Z prioritize meaningful work, flexibility and balance. Organization must evolve to attract and retain generation Z by aligning with this expectation. Generation Z is value driven, seeking growth, balance and meaningful work. Work value are consistent across gender and field. Employer must redesign early career experiences to move purpose-oriented role, flexible structure, and supportive culture. These are the references. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Shama. Yeah, of course, it is an important topic. People are talking about Gen Zs and Gen X, etc. So my only question, I'll hand over it to someone else. Maybe Dheeraj will talk about more about our paper. But I have a question, quick question that how you are saying that the classification of Gen Z and Gen X are exactly done as per the some differences, major differences are there. Okay. So if you can quickly throw some light on that definition. Okay. So definition part means how one is different from other, and then of course you are talking about efficiency or work environment for.
Here we are talking about the Gen Zs, and the Gen Z actually, we are here actually focusing on the young youth. And according to that, they are more inclined towards that we can say to attract the talent from Gen Z to maintain the competitiveness in the long run. Business need to understand what matter to this demography. Only then we can create a corporate culture and work environment that will appeal to the demography.
That's good. Okay, hope I'm audible. Yeah, I'll request Dr. Dheeraj to take it over because I have limited knowledge about it. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Shama ma'am. And the next speaker is Mr. Vinay Saxena.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, ma'am. Mr. Vinay, please share your screen.
Sir.
Sir,
yes.
No, sir, I have shared. Vinay sir's screen, I have shared.
Okay, it's visible.
Yes. Is it visible, sir? Yes, sir.
Yes. Yes.
Sir, should I start?
Yes,
sir.
Sir,
Sir, very good afternoon to all of you. I know it very well. We have a shortage of time, and I have received the message from the entire family of the member that I have to complete my presentation within 5 minutes. So, sir, I would like to start here with my topic that is factors affecting productivity of the blue collar workers in the industry. I can understand, sir, it may be a very common topic, but it is very uncommon topic because within a few minutes I am going to complete my this research paper. Basically, sir, madam, please change the slide. Madam, please change the slide.
Yes. This slide changed. 1 second, there is an issue.
G. Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
Don't worry, madam.
Okay.
Don't worry, madam. I am going to start my topic. The topic is the blue collar productivity. Basically, madam and sir, the panel members, I would like to add up here the concept of ILO, International Labour Organization for the blue collar employees, and saying this in the world as well as in the India, that blue collar workers are, living their life as a hellish people. But sir, this is as per the research, as per my opinion, because I have 23 years experience in the HR, as well as I am the research scholar of HR training and placement. So I can say this is not a hellish. Last from 1.5 decade, I can see in the India as well as in the world, many countries are working for the blue collar employees. Especially, I am talking here about the Indian International Labour Organization. International Labour Organization is working for those people who are working in a I can say on the bottom area. How they can develop their social cause, how they can develop their economical causes, how they can develop their education causes. Here, as per the research which I have got from the Google site, the use of ILO in the India. इंटरनेशनल ऑर्गेनाइजेशन जो है भारत में ब्लू कॉलर एम्प्लॉयज के लिए जो सबसे बड़ा काम कर रहा है, दैट इज it is focusing for the blue collar employees how they can remove HIV problems, because we can understand, sir, in the lower areas there are entertainment facility, uncertainty of entertainment facilities. That is why they are going for many type of prostitution and all, and they don't have a proper neat and clean environment. That is why they are facing some health issues. Here I am quoting here the recent topic, which I am not a politician, sir, but here I am going to add a very burning thing, that is in the Indian context we can see the dream of the Indian country, how they can develop the blue collar employees sustainability in the India. You can see, sir, by the government, they are providing PM Awas Yojana, midday meal facility, free education policy, Ayushman card, and zero balancing budgeting. You can understand, sir, blue collar workers are facing many problems. The decoration of the drawing room, that is totally different, and the reality is totally different. Sir, here I am coming on my topic, that is literature review, because sir, I know I have shortage of you have a shortage of time. That is, sir, here I am going to add 2024's literature review. It is said by the Hassan, sir, that blue collar employees are basically the worth of any organization. They are providing the good platform to the industries, and the industry makers, they have to written many things in the monetary aspect to the blue collar employees, because they are the backbone of any organization. Second, sir, here I am going to add 2019's literature review clippings, that is written by the Mr. Sarangi. That is, you can see any organization can increase the skills of blue collar employees by providing technological new innovations. Because I can understand, sir, as my previous slide I have discussed with you, government is providing minimum facilities to those people who are in blue collar employees. As per the data, we can find out in the India, 450 million people are living their hellish life because they are not aware about the government laws. Sir, here I am talking about sir, this is very interesting. Here I am talking about the objective of the study. Here I am going to add only 3 objectives, that is wages and incentive, stability in a job, and physical environmental health. Sir, without taking much time, I am going to add up here some laws. You can see, sir, the objective and the collaboration of the laws. You see, sir, health issues. This is in the Factories Act 1948, Section 11 to Section 52. Government of India, Constitution of India, British Constitution of India, before 47, they have incorporated many articles and sections for the blue collar employees so that they can live their life in a good manner. Simultaneously, you can see here, sir, wages system and incentive system, the Payment of Bonus Act 1965. The Payment of Wages Act 1936, the Lifestyle, the Workers' Compensation Act 1923, and the IT Technology, New Technology Act 2000, 2013, 2014, and 2024. Now, question is that why I am incorporating with the objective? Sir, you can see if objectives are very strong, so definitely I can go for my influencing factors. Okay. If influencing factors are best, so definitely I can justify my paper. You see, sir, I am talking here about the factories laws, which is my first objective. If our factories laws are up to the mark, so definitely, sir, any private emperor or any government head cannot cheat any blue collar employees. Number two, here I am talking about the Workers' Compensation Act. Sir, this is my 23rd year of experience with corporate as well as teaching. Okay, and many scholars, they are continuing their major research project under my shadow. Sir, here I can say the Compensation Act. Sir, मेरे इंस्टीट्यूट से करीबन 10 किलोमीटर दूर एक बहुत बड़ा एक रोड डेवलपमेंट का काम चल रहा है और कुछ समय पहले वहां पे एक एम्प्लॉय की डेथ हो गई. This is I am the eyewitness. बट व्हाट हैपेंड सर, जो कॉन्ट्रैक्टर है, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर ने उसको कोई भी कॉम्पनसेशन नहीं दिया. अल्टीमेटली हम जो कुछ लोग थे, हम लोगों ने उसको कुछ पैसा दिया और कॉन्ट्रैक्टर की तरफ से कोई कंट्रीब्यूशन नहीं हुआ, जैसा कि हम लोगों ने विजिबली देखा. तो कहीं ना कहीं सर, हम बात करें, गवर्नमेंट इस तरह के बहुत सारे क्लॉजेस लोगों को प्रोवाइड करा रही है, ब्लू कॉलर एम्प्लॉयज को प्रोवाइड करा रही है, बट वी आर नॉट अवेयर. Somehow I can say government have to
Vanessa, sorry to interrupt you, but we have some time limits.
Okay, madam, I am going to complete within a minute.
Please conclude.
Sir. So, sir, I am sorry, sir, I am taking much after the time. So, madam, please, can I come on the conclusion?
Yes, sir.
Sir. Sir, madam, please conclusion. Madam, please conclusion. Yes. So, sir, by my topic, I wanted to say single one thing. किसी भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन का, किसी भी देश का, किसी भी सोसाइटी का, किसी भी समाज का, किसी भी जेंडर का अगर डेवलपमेंट देखना है, तो सबसे पहले हमको एक अच्छी लीडरशिप डेवलप करनी होगी और गवर्नमेंट को वो सारे लॉज जो ब्रिटिश कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया से उठा के हमने इंडिपेंडेंट कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया में इनकॉर्पोरेट किया है, उनको हमको व्यवस्थित रूप से और फोर्सफुली ग्राउंड रियलिटी पे आके ब्लू कॉलर एम्प्लॉयज के लिए करना होगा. तभी हमारा ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है कहीं ना कहीं सक्सेसफुल हो पाएगा. थैंक यू सो मच सर.
थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू विनय सर.
सर.
Yeah, thank you very much, Professor Vinay.
Sir.
So I understand that lot of experience and you are into this field for so many years. You mentioned 23 years and more. So that's great, but at the same time, I find that linkage between the conclusion and the work that you have done, some deviation is there. Very high level of findings that you are presenting, that leadership to be developed, and then throughout the research, nowhere we talked about that some data collection or some literature review in the area of how leadership is linked with livelihood of blue collar jobs. So that is one observation. Of course, maybe due to time constraint, you have not presented it, but that's my observation. I have shared it. Then also unorganized sector, like if you're talking about blue collar job only, so blue collar job also has different classes. Unorganized, the one example that you gave is unorganized. People do not know even that who is working under whom. Okay, so that way daily wages they are working, and therefore the contractor has no responsibility towards the worker's death. Okay, so that way, of course, government has some initiative, and then of course financial inclusion is there, some insurance policy, some different types of insurance and health insurance, including health insurance is there. So that's working fine. Okay, and then of course your concern about the blue collar job is well taken up, but research rigor is needed. Maybe in case if you have missed something because of the process time constraint, so I take my word back, but otherwise I find that some linkage is missing. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Neha ma'am, anyone left with the presentation?
No, sir.
Okay, thank you. Sir, before concluding, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to our session chair, GB Sahu sir, for their valuable time, insights, and guidance. And I also extend my sincere thanks to all participants for their effort and active involvement in making this session successful. As we conclude this session, I warmly invite all of you to join us for a valedictory session. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Professor Dheeraj. Thank you.
This is I'm closing this track.
Yes.
श्वेता मैम वो स्टॉप करना पड़ेगा ना रिकॉर्डिंग?